song. Hello, copyright.
Yuna.
I'm all right. I'm fine, really. It's past now.
What did Shinra say?
He said it might be some kind of, interference with the sphere waves. Uni's dress sphere and the sphere screen reacted with each other, and, the consciousness burned into the dress sphere was projected onto the screen. Or something like that.
Okay, but that doesn't explain why it happened.
When I asked, he said, I'm only a kid.
Ugh.
It's Len. I was singing her feelings. During the song, I could feel them welling up inside until they just burst.
So the people we saw were Len and Shuyin? Everyone's waiting. Let's go.
All right. Good song. What do you have to say? Your calm will last forever, won't it, Lady Yuna? There will never be another tragedy like the one we just saw, right? Where'd this chocobo come from? Where'd you come from, buddy? Oh, you must have been the choco porter. Right, let's go to the bridge. Oh, Mason.
'Twas a magnificent melody, Lady Yuna. The onlookers were all quite enchanted.
If it brings Spira together, even a little, then I'm glad.
Indeed, I believe it shall. As you sang, not a soul could help but realize the folly of their tiresome squabbling. Fists once raised in anger became welcoming hands, offering solace to a tearful neighbor. I must admit that I, too, shed my share of tears the moment Len appeared.
You know Len?
Of course. Would you like to hear?
Yes, tell us.
Where to begin? About 1,000 years ago, Len was a popular songstress in Zanarkand, the talk of the town, you might say. In a more peaceful age, she might have lived out her years as a performer. But the times and her talents did not allow such a thing to be. You see, Len's gift for singing was matched by her genius in the summoner's arts. When the Machina War began, all summoners were sent to the front lines. Zanarkand was hopelessly outnumbered. Len knew she would not return home alive. Nonetheless, she was prepared to lay down her life to protect her people. Yet there was one person who refused to let Len die. Yes, he would do anything to save her. He was a young man, Len's lover.
Shuyin?
I don't know. His name has been lost to history. Whatever his name, the youth endeavored to steal the enemy's Machina weapon and save Len. However,
It didn't go well.
the lovers met a truly tragic end. Those images we all witnessed are most certainly a record of their last moments.
So Shuyin was Len's lover.
And so that means the weapon that he tried to steal to save her must have been,
Vegnagun, right?
I think I can kind of understand how he felt. Trying so hard to save someone. 2 years ago, I was the same. Trying to find some way to save you.
That was enough. Knowing that you were on my side, I'll always be grateful to you.
Maybe Len felt the same way. The man she loved, he struggled to save her. He fought till his very last breath for her. I think that Len's final words might have been happy ones. I love you.
Yes, there is a connection. But wait. Everything is all wrong. He never heard. The one person she wanted to tell, he never heard her words.
What do you know? It's LeBlanc's game. They want to see Yuna. I'll have them wait in the engine room.
Right? This is much like 2 years ago when I was fighting tears back the whole way. The thing we want to say the most is usually the hardest to say. It's obvious when you think about it, but that doesn't stop it from hurting.
What have we here? Looks like a transmission, but it's pretty weak.
What is?
I'm getting signals from the comms field we dropped in that hole, but I can't seem to connect.
You are trying my patience. Enough, little boy. Move aside. See, it connected.
Inconceivable!
Impressive machina. An invention like this could change the world. Whoever came up with this is a genius.
He's got good taste.
Guess I'm a genius too for fixing it. Anybody home?
Gipple!
I don't think he can hear us.
No response.
Some genius.
Nuji!
If you're done playing, let's go.
Chill out.
Lost your nerve?
Hey, we're talking about Vegnagon. How the heck do you fight that thing? We can't even walk up to it without freaking it out.
Or making it mad. But I've got a plan.
If it doesn't work?
Death will be my apology.
Whatever, man. When a Death Seeker dies, that's no apology. What about LeBlanc?
Well, she...
Why did it cut off like that? Ugh! Just when he was getting to the juicy bits!
Not my fault.
What a piece of junk! Forget it, I'll go ask him myself.
What about the Gullwings?
I think that we should help out Nuge. But first, I want to try talking to Shu Yin. I have to tell him how Len felt. I'm sure he'll understand.
How? We can't exactly make an appointment.
We'll just have to jump into one of those holes.
Together, this time.
Roger. Gullwings! Wings!
Oh, I messed up.
Celsius! Full speed ahead!
Well, I screwed up. I was supposed to talk to her in the engine room. And this is actually very important. Oh no. Ah, boy. Okay, I got a Fiend Tail bonus. No, I don't want to save my progress, because I've got to... I've got to redo all that.
Definitely bothering. But there are other things we need to worry about too. Look at Spira. It's a total mess.
Shall we go check things out?
I don't know if we have time.
Well, let's play it by ear.
Way to take control.
Go wings! Round up! It's strategy time!
That's good. It's strategy time. I gotta reload. You do actually have to talk to her because you get Crimson Sphere 5 by talking to her in the engine room. Alright. Hold on. Do I have the smooth sailing? I do. Okay. So now, I will cut ahead until we get back to where we were.
We're over the thunder.
Let's land. So cutting ahead. Alright everyone, I am back. Let's go and talk to LeBlanc. This is the important one. Because this is a Crimson Sphere.
I've been hunting around since we last met, and I happened to find a rather peculiar sphere. It shows my Noogie-Woogie. For some reason, that chump Barrel-Eye is there too. But it's from some years ago. I'm afraid it's not much help now, loves.
And we got Crimson Sphere number 5.
How about you? Have you tracked down my Noogie yet?
Nuge is on the far plane. I saw him there with Gipple.
The far plane? What is he doing in a place like that?
I think he's searching for Barrel-Eye and Vegnagun.
Oh, so Barrel-Eye is the one pulling Vegnagun strings. I should have known.
No, that's not it. How do I explain?
Never mind, I don't have time for this. Boys, we're going to the far plane.
Anything but that, boss! We're no match for that sort of opponent.
Now don't be silly. The power of love conquers all. It's decided. We're going to save Spira.
Yes, ma'am.
Well then, get this tanker moving.
Anything goes for the power of love. Hey, are you listening? Give the boss an inch and she'll take... Well, you get it. The far plane, that's where the dead people go. Does that mean we have to get sent to get there? Not necessarily. So yes, that is very easy to miss, as I clearly missed it. And you need all the Crimson Spheres for a very important mission in Chapter 5. We have all of them in the game so far that we're allowed to get. So yeah, make sure you go down to the engine room. Okay, so you just say the same thing.
What have we here? Looks like a...
Alright, and I'm gonna skip this scene because we already know what's happening.
Inconceivable!
Impressive machina. An invention like this could change the world. Whoever came up with this is a genius.
He's got good taste.
Guess I'm a genius too for fixing it. Anybody home?
Gipple!
I don't think he can hear us.
No response.
Some genius.
Noogie!
If you're done playing, let's go.
Chill out.
Lost your nerve?
Hey, we're talking about Vegnagun. How the heck do you fight that thing? We can't even walk up to it without freaking it out.
Or making it mad. But I've got a plan.
If it doesn't work?
Death will be my apology.
Whatever, man. When a Death Seeker dies, that's no apology. What about LeBlanc?
Well, she...
Why did it cut off like that? Ugh! Just when he was getting to the juicy bits!
Not my fault.
What a piece of junk! Forget it, I'll go ask him myself.
What about the Gullwings?
I think that we should help out Nuge. But first, I want to try talking to Shu Yin. I have to tell him how Len felt. I'm sure he'll understand.
How? We can't exactly make an appointment.
We'll just have to jump into one of those holes.
Together, this time.
Roger. Gullwings, we move out. Celsius, full speed ahead.
And going to obtain a Fiendtail bonus, so let us save our progress.
Magnagun's definitely bothering me, but there are other things we need to worry about too. Look at Spira, it's a total mess.
Shall we go check things out?
I don't know if we have time.
Well, let's play it by ear.
Way to take control.
Gullwings, round up. It's strategy time.
All right, but first things first. Engine room like always. New chapter means new things. New treasure chests. Right, open this up. Get 7 remedies. Open this up. Get 4 turbo ethers. Ooh, I need that. Open this up. Get 8 Phoenix Downs. And open this up and get 4 X potions. Alright, so we are in the final chapter of the game. There is a lot to do based on everything we've been doing in this game so far. I don't think I'll be able to get everything. We'll go to the cabin. Apparently there is something that you had to do if you rested in each chapter. I did not. So I have failed it. When brother feels down, he comes here blubbering to Barkeep. When you fell down that hole, poor Barkeep had an awful time trying to calm brother down.
Me shoot. Sleep.
Alright, so resty. Hello, Chocobo. So, let's go to the bridge. No, I hate when the camera does that.
We know Vegnagun is in the deepest reaches of the far plane. The only way in is to jump into one of those holes.
Yeah, but which one?
There's one in Besaid, one in Kilika, and one in Jose Temple.
Don't forget the Comlands, the cave at the bottom of the gorge.
And the hole that Vegnagun opened up in the Bavel underground.
So, which one do we jump into?
Who cares? We just pick a hole and dive! Yuna! You can decide which hole we pick.
All right. It's our turn to do something. Well, Union, what do you say? Let's take charge of cleaning up Spira.
We got a message from Besaid a little while ago. Looks like Lulu finally had her baby.
Really? Let's go see them.
There's a message from Kilika too. Apparently, things are getting a little messy.
More bickering?
Sort of. Now it looks like they're bickering over the fact that all the bickering stopped.
Figures.
All right. It begins. If you choose which hole to jump in, you go into the end game. Do not do that. Alright, so first things first, we're actually going to go to the Xanarkan ruins. Alright. So, a place of memories. This was a special place for you, wasn't it? Want to take one last look before the final battle? Let's go. The monkeys. They have claimed this land.
It's finally quieted down, huh?
Well, I guess your memories are finally safe, Yuna.
Yeah. But I have to learn to be stronger. Even places full of memories. Even a place like this can't last forever. I need to accept that.
You want to not care.
That's not what I'm saying.
Just be yourself.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. Perhaps one day, I'll find something more precious. But until that day comes, I want to protect this place. The monkeys can't do it alone.
Do you see something?
Maybe.
And episode complete. Because we did everything with the monkeys. And with that, Final Fantasy X-2 complete an episode in Chapter 5. And look who it is, it's Mason.
Ah, the Lady Yuna. Would you like to hear about Vegnagun?
Oh, definitely.
Although Vegnagun was constructed
Good listener.
during the Machina War,
It's called Mason
there
Stories.
is no record of it ever being used. One could argue that the coming of sin made war a secondary concern. But the real reason was that Vegnagun was nothing short of a titanic failure. You see, it was quick to respond to hostility, but lacked the ability to discern friend from foe. A weapon that slaughters indiscriminately would be far too dangerous for actual use in combat. Incidentally, this is why Vegnagun was never considered as a measure to combat sin. Instead, it was locked away under the veil.
Jeez, Gramps, you really know a lot.
Where'd you learn all that?
That would be...
That would be...
well... this should explain things.
Gramps, you're dead?
Mortifying, isn't it? Over the years, I managed to completely forget that I am unsaint. It was only when I shook your hand, Lady Yuna, that I remembered.
Why?
1,000 years ago, here in Xanarkand, I shook the hand of another young lady.
1,000 years.
it was Len.
Correct. It was quite a strange feeling shaking your hand. Two different people from two distant times with exactly the same handshake.
You've met a lot of people, huh?
Yes, my child. Many meetings and just as many partings. The many people I have known have all journeyed to the far plane, leaving only me behind. 'Tis quite lonely.
Gramps?
Father?
Do forgive me. My memories seem to have a mind of their own.
So people really are connected.
But of course.
Well, Machen, thank you. I hope we meet again.
As do I.
That's a good scene, and it's entirely missable and doesn't count for percentage, believe it or not. Yeah, that scene does not count for percentage at all. And it's actually entirely missable, because if you interrupt Machen even once, he will not give you this optional scene in Zanarkand. Which is a shame, because I really like Machen. It's a shame that, you know, he's been dead 1,000 years, but hey, you do you, Machen. You do you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out more Final Fantasy content, check out the top link for the prequel to this game, Final Fantasy X HD Remastered. And if you want to see a different Final Fantasy game, check out the bottom link for Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, done on the Xbox One.